Well, welcome to this latest ABTA virtual video, and I'm delighted to be joined today by Shannon Guihan, who is the Travel Corporation's Chief Sustainability Officer, and she'll be taking part in the Tourism for Good workshop at this year's virtual travel convention. So, hello Shannon, how are you?
Very well, thanks. And yourself?
Yes, very, very good. And you're joining us today from Toronto, but we are very keen to hear a little taster of what you're going to be talking about. So my question really is what you think is the biggest challenge for travel in overcoming the coronavirus crisis and how it will affect progression in terms of sustainability within travel.
Sure. So because this is so fluid, it's ever changing, I'm gonna focus on what I think at the moment, but again, ever changing. And I firmly believe that the biggest challenge in the next 6 to 12 months is going to be communications. And by that, from our operators, our airlines, and primarily from our governments. I understand there's really no one-size-fits-all approach when it comes to travel and tourism. There never has been. But at the moment, with the ever-changing regulations that are not necessarily being well communicated on behalf of governments, that's my biggest concern with the opportunity for those who are willing to travel to get back to it. I'm, as you said, in Toronto in Canada, and I still can't travel amongst certain provinces, so I can't go to my home province. And just waiting on the news and having that transparency, I think it just adds to the anxiety that a lot of travelers have, even though they're quite willing and eager and keen to get back out moving.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So they need really good communications, and that's going to be key. Of course, the theme of this year's conference, Shannon, is rebuilding confidence in travel. So a little bit what you're talking about just there. But I wondered what role you think sustainability will play in that, if it has a role at all.
I mean, I believe it has a role, of course, and the Travel Corporation absolutely believes it has a role, and that flags into all of our brands from Trafalgar to Kentucky to Uniworld. We're set to launch in a matter of weeks our new 5-year sustainability strategy, How We Tread Right. So we have not put our head in the sand during this pause. We've doubled down on our sustainability efforts and can't wait to get our strategy out. And at this organization, we firmly believe sustainability is critical to our resiliency and destination resiliency. So I don't think it's going away. I think that those that say there's bigger fish to fry, as it were, right now, aren't necessarily seeing the long game, and that sustainability is critical to the long game.
Okay, well, thank you for giving us that little taster today. We'd love to hear more. It's great to hear that you think it's going to be critical, and we'd like to know more about that if when you're speaking at the convention. So if you want to hear more from Shannon from the Travel Corporation, and you find out more about this year's travel convention, then register at thetravelconvention.com. Thanks, Shannon.
Thanks.